What's up, guys? The 30-day video challenge. Want to do a video every day for 30 days. This video, I want to talk about enjoying the process when it comes to lifting. It seems like nowadays everyone's into lifting. It seems like everyone thinks it's the new cool thing to do. I see so many high school kids in there. I even see high schoolers in the gym in their jeans and like their button-up shirts, their pretty boy shirts. And it's just it's too much. It really is. It's too much because there's so many people just taking up space. And I'm not trying to be a gatekeeper to lifting weights, but to give you an idea of the contrast of my experience when I was in high school lifting. When I was in high school and I was lifting weights, I probably started lifting around like 13 years old, maybe 14 is when I was like really going to the gym. And the only people in the gym when I would be there would be literally like middle-aged guys and like some women who were really serious about lifting. And the only guys my age I would see, which would be few and far in between, by the way, would be like football players or athletes, something along those lines. It wasn't regular Joe Schmoes from my high school who weren't athletic at all, trying to lift weights to be cool. For me, I actually played tennis, so it wasn't really a sport where you would think some like huge buff guy is gonna, be in. But I just lifted because I love lifting weights. I've always loved it. I've always enjoyed the process. I've always enjoyed, challenging myself, watching myself get stronger, seeing changes in my body, experimenting with, different dietary methods, more protein, lower carbs, lower fat, moderate fat, so on and so forth. I've always enjoyed the process. I've always, had a passion for actually being in the grind of lifting, and it seems like so many people are getting into lifting now who just don't have a fire for it. They don't have a passion for it. And they're just looking for like a cookie cutter sort of formula, which technically you can do, but the problem is it's not that you can't technically become muscular and strong and have a good physique and look good just by going through the motions correctly. You can do that even if you don't even care about lifting itself. But the problem is the human element. It's the fact that since you're not passionate about it, since you don't actually enjoy it, one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to burn out and you're just going to, 5 days in the gym a week, which by the way, you shouldn't be going that much, but people who start out new these days, for some reason, they're going 5 days, which especially if you're like new in the gym, you only need like 2 days in the gym, because your body is going to adapt to every little thing that you do. But those 5 days are going to turn to 4, and then it's going to turn to 3, and then it's going to turn to 2, and then it's going to turn to 1, and then before you know it, you're not going to the gym because that passion isn't really there. You're not actually genuinely interested in what you're doing. So that's number one. Number two, you're going to get frustrated because you're expecting quick results because you don't enjoy the process. So you're going to become impatient, right? When you don't enjoy the process of lifting and seeing, little changes in your physique here, little changes in your strength levels there, changes in the numbers that you hit, and really enjoy those like smaller things about lifting. If you don't enjoy that and you just want results, you're going to be impatient and the results are not going to come fast enough for you. So the second thing that'll happen is you're just going to take the quote unquote easy route, which isn't really the easy route, but you're going to take steroids. And that's even worse because now you're doing something that you don't even care for. You probably hate it, honestly. And you took the step of taking steroids, which means you're going to like permanently mess up your testosterone depending on which ones you take. Like if you just like start injecting test regularly and you're doing injectables, like you're going to permanently mess up your testosterone most likely. I mean, not in all cases, but that could be a potential outcome, right? And you know, it's not worth it if you don't have a genuine interest in what you're doing, and you're gonna put these chemicals in your body. It's not worth it. But I think a lot of the people who are on steroids, especially like the younger kids, they don't like lifting, right? Because if you like lifting, if you actually enjoyed it, you would get the results that you do taking steroids for a year from the beginner status in, maybe 4 or 5 years of training, and it wouldn't feel like work. Like, I go to the gym because it's like my therapy, right? But for most people, that's not the case. And then you have people who, they lift weights, specifically guys, because they think that girls are going to like them, which is absolutely stupid. I mean, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just go outside and look at the guys you see the most attractive girls walking around with. Is it ever a jacked guy? It's never a jacked guy. In fact, when you're at the gym and you see the attractive girls whom you're attracted to with guys, what do those guys look like? They look like non-lifters. You'll see like the most attractive girl who's like fit, voluptuous, very strong. I mean, for a girl, I'm not talking about like a roided out girl, but I'm talking about, like athletic, maybe like a volleyball type of physique. And who's she going to be? She's going to be with like a scrawny dude who looks like he's never stepped foot in a gym. 10 times out of 10. You rarely see an attractive girl with like a dude who's roided up, or a guy who looks like he like seriously lifts, or even lifts at all for that matter. Because like girls don't care at all about muscle. And like if my goal was to, like 100% dedicate my life to like, impressing girls or trying to get girls, blah, 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 I wouldn't be lifting to do that. I lift because it's my therapy. You could say I'm addicted to. I don't really like that word. I enjoy it so much. It's in my blood. It feels more natural for me to lift than to not lift. Like if I were to go a month without lifting, it would feel like I'm going a month without like eating or something, right? So that's why I lift. But like if you're gonna lift because you think you're gonna get girls from it, like you have another thing coming. You really do. You're going to get a lot of compliments from guys if you're successful with lifting and you build enough muscle, but you're going to be extremely disappointed if you are expecting any attention from girls. They really don't care. They really don't. Unless they're like already attracted to you. Like if they're already attracted to your face and your personality and they like you already, then the muscle is like a plus. Then they'll be like, ooh, I like your arms, or blah, 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 right? But they aren't just going to be drawn to you because you have muscle. Like very, very, very few women. It's like 1 in like 10,000 women might be drawn to you simply because you have muscle. And you're probably going to come into contact with one of those types of women maybe once every 2 years. And you're probably not even going to be attracted to her, okay? I'm just telling you the statistics, all right? So, this is the problem with people getting into lifting these days. They want quick results. They don't enjoy the process. They're doing it for the wrong reasons. And it's just, it's too much, right? It's too much. It's too much to be in the gym and to see these gyms just over flooded with people who I don't want to say they don't belong, because I think everybody should work out, but they are misguided. Let's put it that way. They're misguided. And I think it's one of those things where people should be drawn to the gym, obviously for the correct reasons, but individually, their life should take them there. The pathway to the gym should be something where you are, again, drawn for the right reasons. And I think everybody should go. Everybody should work out. Or it's not even about the gym. Like, I hate the gym. I like lifting. Like, if I had my own personal gym, quote unquote, like, I would do that. I wouldn't go to the 24-hour fitness and deal with people. And people are annoying, dude. Like, screw that. So I keep saying the gym. I don't really mean the gym. I mean lifting weights, right? Like I hate the gym. I love lifting weights, but unfortunately, all the equipment and for convenience and ease of use, the gym is just the most convenient way to lift weights currently. I mean, I have dumbbells at home. They're adjustable, and I can get a really good physique just with that. But I like the option of being able to do more things. And for that, currently, that means that I have to go to the gym. So, bringing it back to what I was saying about enjoying the process, that's really what it boils down to. Like, you're not going to be successful, like, I guess as a natural, I would say, even on steroids. Like, no matter what, if you're not in it through via genuine interest, then you are not going to last. You're not going to last in the long run. Like, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm consistent, right? Like, I consistently look good. I consistently look muscular. I consistently get compliments on my physique. And it's not because I want those compliments, although they're cool. It's because I just do it for myself. You got to do it for yourself. Enjoy the process, right? Appreciate the process. Anyways, this video has gone on long enough. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.